Welcome everybody to the 10-7 show with Tyra Goose and myself. I finally messed it up.
Yeah, right.
2 years you've been doing this.
Yeah. But with all that being said, thank you everybody for joining us. We are here. We are live. It is Sunday night. It is 7 o'clock. And I'll prove it to you once again that we are live. The Eagles are winning right now.
What's the score?
The score pops up. I'll tell you. The score is. I don't want anybody turning off the show to go see the Eagles game though, but they're still coming back from commercial, taking too long. I'll tell you what the score is in a minute. I think it's like 20-something to 13.
Yeah, 26-13, I think.
There you go, 26-13, I think it is.
Okay. That's what we're going to use to prove that we live after football season is over.
Nothing, just the thing that says live in the corner.
No, I think, and I think our word is enough for our viewers.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to believe it, that's cool. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't worry about it. Anyway, y'all know how I like to. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She's over here discovering stuff. Y'all know how I like to start every show. I like to start every show by asking how y'all been.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're great. What happened?
Good?
Yeah, we're good. How are you guys?
Yeah. I've been. Oh, you know what? I went to the dentist this week. I had to get one of my stalagmites taken out, but I'm good though.
When you're stalagmites.
You said stalagmites.
Yeah. I've never heard of a tooth referred to as that, but I knew what you was talking about.
See,
stalagmites and stalactites. So
exactly.
Learned that a long time ago, and I held on to that.
See, there it is.
Okay, well.
No, but we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're great.
I'm good. I can't complain, you know.
Just for fun. I heard that yesterday people couldn't get in touch with me for like 2 hours while I was at baseball practice. I heard I think Goose called.
Yeah.
Called, and then I get a text message that said, "Can you please pick up your phone?" I'm calling thinking it's some type of emergency. I didn't have any missed calls on my phone. Anyway, where I was didn't have a signal. So
yeah, because when I called, it went straight to voicemail.
Yeah, I did not have a signal. And then I found out that where I was, Verizon customers, which I am, don't have a signal. Everybody else does.
That's strange. Usually Verizon has the good signal.
I know, because I would get signal on the L, underground.
It's only like 4 places. That place I was, my house, and then like one other place that I'll probably be at tomorrow.
Well, if you're underground, like at the gallery, as Verizon has...
They got
figures and satellites now, not satellites, but antennas underground in the gallery.
Okay.
Right. But that's what was going on with me. It was a crazy situation. I was all scared because when Tyra, everybody calling you, they're trying to get you. I'm thinking somebody hurt, somebody in the hospital. I was like, well, what's up? What's wrong? Nothing.
Nope. I think Goose was trying to call you to see if you wanted to go hiking.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Trying to call you. I've been trying to call you, Christian. Okay, well, what's wrong? What's the emergency? She kept going. Everybody been trying to call. Well, what's wrong?
Right. I know. We just want to talk to you.
Like, okay.
We want to make sure you was okay.
Thought you were somewhere dead. Like, oh, well, I'm glad I'm not. I made it.
I was like, I told her. I said, I called him and went straight to voicemail. I was like, I talked to him later. She was like, that's funny. He always answers his phone.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. That's so
funny.
Okay.
Oh, one other thing I want to mention before we. What?
Well, at least you know that if something happens to you,
that you're gonna be ready.
You gonna be found.
Yeah, I'm gonna get found. I appreciate it. The funny thing is, I was with RDOT. You know,
and I messaged him, and he didn't message me back.
Oh, because he didn't have a signal either.
But he probably had his phone in his pocket. We were at a baseball tryout. We both worked for the same facility. We were at a tryout, and in the building, it just didn't have signals. But it was cool. It was a cool situation. But I also want to give a shout out to all my Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks. This weekend was homecoming, the first fall homecoming in I don't know how long. That's why I have on my maroon and gray, even though I probably wear this like every week.
I got on gray.
Yeah. Well, I just kind of pointed it out. I was gonna wear this anyway, but you know.
Maroon and gray, y'all.
But shout out to them. You know, shout out to everybody Eastern Shore.
Hey, cousin.
Okay.
But right now, what are we doing?
We're going to get to Your favorite part of the show?
Yeah, this is
Everybody's favorite part of the show.
my favorite part of the show. Y'all know what part of the show that is. It's this one. Of course, it's the Would You Rather segment of the show, and that's the part of the show where we give a scenario and decide what would you rather do?
We see what we come up with.
Oh, okay.
Next.
So,
Eric, what's up, cuz?
Hey.
so when we do the Would You Rather, those of you that are watching either on Facebook or YouTube, you can go ahead and put your answers in the chat. And you never know, we might show your answer on screen. So the first Would You Rather, okay?
Mhm.
Would you rather be a character in a serious book or in an action movie? And I'm sorry, yes. In a serious book or action movie.
Like I'm the actor.
Like you're like the main character in like a serious book, or you're the main character in an action movie.
Oh, action movie.
I'm going to take a serious book.
Really? I'm surprised by
Because
that.
my knees hurt.
Oh, geez.
Oh, welcome to the first
So, you
episode.
know what I mean? Like, I'll be looking like Queen Latifah with these. And the Equalizer.
Why?
I was going
I'm more action movie.
action movie. I'm gonna say action movie, but I definitely need a stunt double because I feel you on the knees.
Yeah, like, nah, man, my knees hurt right now.
My knees are good. My knees are pretty good. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm gonna do the.
So Terry,
action
you got the
movie.
mega knees.
I mean, they're for me to be 50. Yeah, my knees are pretty good. I don't have aches and pains.
50 where?
I'll be 50
in 2 years.
in how many years?
I'm about to say you ain't no 50 yet.
Well, I'm close enough.
Oh,
You're
3.
tottering on the edge.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what you say, man?
Action movie. We just a couple of days ago watched Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was just thinking while that movie was going, I'm like, man, this would be kind of fun to do. Like all that, like all that.
All that.
Yeah. Like, let's just put it this way. For the people that saw it, the bus scene was dope. You know,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it was.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely
the
was.
bus scene was dope. That's the part I was like, damn, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And I love action movies, and I want my movies action packed from as soon as the credits roll, as soon as it start. I need somebody to be killed or something.
Oh God.
Seriously. That's how I like my action.
So I could do action if it's something like a little slower, like
Okay.
Drunken Master or something like that. You know, when
Well, don't move too much now. Your knees are hurting.
but for running and jumping off
He
buildings
needs
and
to stop
chasing
that
cars, nah,
Die Hard ain't for you now.
nah, I'm definitely not walking barefoot.
Do glass.
All right, so
No,
let's
I'm
get
not
to the
doing
next
that.
Would You Rather question. The next question is, and I have 3 today. Would you rather
Okay.
have, and this Tara, I can't wait to hear your answer to this. Would you rather have a pet polar bear or a pet walrus?
What?
And you can't, ain't no in between.
I'd rather have the pet polar bear.
I'm gonna go with a pet polar bear.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
go with a
walrus is just ugly.
I mean, what am
I
I gonna
would-
do?
A walrus will tear your house
But-
I'm gonna go with the polar bear for a few different reasons.
Why?
One, I would hope that they're like nice and cute, like the Coca-Cola Jones.
Those are the cubs.
Right, but they got their mom there too.
Okay.
Even I know polar bears are vicious, right? I already know
Right.
that. But also, I would have to think the walrus is probably funky as all hell. Especially
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
yeah.
And then
I'm
like,
talking I'm just talking about the sheer size of a walrus. Like if you came in your house, that walrus would take up from your living room all the way to your deck.
Mhm.
Like a walrus would tear your house up.
here's another
And they
reason.
don't walk.
Here's
They will
another
just be
reason.
slapping
They
around.
Right, I was about to say the walrus doesn't walk,
Right.
so you got to clean up after the walrus. Or the bear can walk, so
But where would we keep a polar bear though? It has to be cold.
It has to be cold.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they live in cool climates.
Oh shit!
It's
Okay.
it's a polar bear right there, 34th and Girard.
I'm about to say it's mighty hot in the summer up here.
Wait,
And they
what?
got polar bears.
Yeah.
But it's they keep it temperature controlled. It's not like it's 79 degrees where the polar bears are, except for global
I
warming.
don't think I've been to the zoo since like the 3rd grade. So I don't even know.
Mm.
All right.
All
Well,
right,
anyway, what's the next
Let's
one?
get to the last question. All right. So this one is really good. It's going to take some thinking. Would you rather absorb information by touch or absorb nutrition by smell?
Absorb information by touch.
I don't know if I'd want to do that. What if I find out something that I really don't want to know?
Gloves like Rube.
Yeah.
Gloves like rubber.
Nutrition by smell?
Mhm. So, like, you could smell an orange and absorb all the vitamin C without eating it.
I'm going with that.
I'd go with that.
I'm going with that.
I would never have to take vitamins. But
No.
see, I don't know. Let me
See,
change.
the data that I have, I can
Vitamin
afford a nutritionist and a personal trainer, so I ain't worried about that. And a plastic surgeon.
What? Why would you be a surgeon?
Because the only reason, I mean, people eat well so they're healthy, yes.
Oh.
But people really want to look good too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the information by touch simply because I suffer with nasal sinus problems, and I probably wouldn't absorb everything.
Like I can't smell anything today.
Right. So
Because I haven't been able to smell.
exactly. So by default, I think I'm gonna do the information by touch.
Okay.
Right. And this is the other thing. So you get the nutrition, but do you feel full? Do you feel fulfilled?
Oh no. So I was about to address that part.
Oh
I
Lord.
was about to address that part.
You think what I'm saying?
Nutrition. So I'm gonna have this bowl of salad with all the good stuff in it, and then I'm gonna have my pizza over here with all the bad stuff on it.
But pizza's not bad.
But you're absorbing nutrition through
And
the
I'm-
smell. You're gonna absorb what's in that pizza as well.
But I'm also going to eat it.
Right. But I was going to say, right, but do you feel hungry? Because
I'm eating the pizza too,
See,
Justin.
yeah.
Exactly. I'll sniff up the salad.
Get all the vitamins and
I'm
nutrients
gonna sniff up the salad. I'm gonna sip the water. I'm gonna eat the pizza to fill me up.
I'm with you on
Yeah, but that's cool because I'll take my glove off and pick up my slice of like, gluten free.
it.
So there's your would you
This
rather.
pizza was made in a facility that may contain nuts.
Exactly. There you go.
Y'all stupid.
So there's your would you rather's for today. Even if you're listening on the rebroadcast, please feel free to put your answers in. We want to know how you guys think. What's going on with our audience? Let
Well,
us
you
know.
know, one of the audience members, look at that last one, please, because
Oh,
that makes perfect sense.
Oh,
today,
yeah.
Justin. Can
Mm-hmm.
you put that up?
Okay, here you go. But you can't control what you smell.
That is-
Exactly.
That
What's
is
the nutritional factors for a fart?
What?
What you getting out of that?
if there's
It's
any
already been processed, that stuff.
if there's any nutrients in it, this house is gonna be healthy.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
We are the base section
It
of the
can't be
base
nothing.
of
It's
this
been processed already.
Yeah, I don't think you want to absorb a fart. I don't think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you on that one.
Many farts that we done smelled in this house.
Yeah.
So there were our
fart game.
others brought to you by Therapeutic Billing.
Mhm.
Take it away, Tara.
Okay, Therapeutic Billing is a medical billing and medical credentialing firm. We're located in Pennsylvania, but we take clients all over the United States. We're minority owned and women led. So if you're looking for assistance with your medical billing needs, or you need to be credentialed or re-credentialed with any of the insurance companies, private, Medicaid, or Medicare, the website address is www.therapeuticbilling.com. The telephone number is 610-228-2029. And you can ask for myself or Kristen, and we'd be happy to help you.
All right.
They said the fart is
Secondary nutrients. It's like secondhand smoke.
Right.
But no,
It's
I would
disgusting.
say, Goose, just put your hand up. No, you don't want to eat that.
You don't wanna know.
No,
You don't want to know.
You
no,
don't want no parts of that one, cuz.
nope.
All right, so
It's
let's
the recycled nutrients.
all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get on into your next favorite portion of the show where we are answering your letters, your questions, your relationship questions, whether it's marital relationships, friendships. We're answering your questions. Let us know what's going on in your life, and we'll give you some advice. Do what you want with our advice.
Remember, we are not professionals.
Oh yeah. We're not.
We just play ones on YouTube.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
Y'all want me to take the first one? So who
You
got
said
I got it. I'll kick it off.
Okay.
Dear 10-7, when I was 17, I caught my brother-in-law having sex with another woman. I immediately told my sister, and she dismissed it and pretty much called me a jealous, ugly girl with no future who was trying to ruin her marriage because I was jealous of all the things she had. She berated me and made fun of all my insecurities and F-ups. After that, I started speaking to my sister altogether. My sister and her husband were together for 3 more years before she realized the truth for herself, and he had been lying to her. She tried to apologize and rebuild our relationship, but I was done with her. Fast forward to this year, and my mother decided to host a small birthday party for me. She invited my sister without telling me. As soon as I walked in and saw her, I turned around, walked right back out. Now my mother's not speaking to me. My father called me childish, but I really don't care. Nobody stood up for me when I was trying to protect my sister, and she tore me apart to remind you I was a child looking out for my older sister because we were raised to take care of each other. Am I wrong? I am still very hurt and don't know if I ever want to speak to her again. Please help me.
No.
Oh, no, please tell me your honest opinion.
Are you wrong?
Child, I don't know.
Are you wrong? I'm going to say, no, you're not wrong, but I'm also going to say you ain't right either.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I'm just saying, I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think you're right. Like you feel the way you feel, and I get why you feel the way you feel. But what I would probably take it as a lesson learned. Like you tried to help your sister out, right? Your sister wasn't trying to hear it. Your sister has tried to make amends, but you wasn't feeling that, right? So at some point, if you really want to have a relationship with your sister and your family, you're going to have to get beyond that in some way. You and your sister got to have a sit down, right? Guys call it a man to man. You're going to have a woman to woman, right? Yeah. As far as your dad saying you childish, that's how he feels. But you can take that with a grain of salt. Your mother didn't want to speak to you. Whatever. You turned around from your birthday party because you saw your sister there. That was kind of corny.
Yeah.
Those people are there for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just because one person was there, you gonna let your sister steal your joy?
Yeah, like she definitely could have just stayed at the party and enjoyed her party. And I don't really have anything to say to you right now. You think the time.
Exactly. But I think she kind of felt slighted because her parents knows what went down between her sister, and maybe that was and she probably felt some kind of way that they even invited her. But I do think that wasn't the most, I wouldn't say childish, but it wasn't the most mature thing to do, was walk out of your own party. You definitely could have ignored her. But what I do want to say is it sounds like you have trouble forgiving in this issue, and you learning that forgiveness is not necessarily for the person, but it's for you. So you can forgive your sister and still not have that, that tight, close-knit relationship, but you want to forgive her for your own personal situation, because you just don't want to take that to the grave. And then just know that the relationship between you and your sister will never be the same. But it sounds like you haven't done the inside work on you to let go of that bitterness, to let go of that situation. Obviously, your sister has learned her lesson because she found out the truth about her husband. But I do think that, somebody should have let you know that the sister was going to be there. But I do think it's immature. I think you need to forgive your sister, not for her, but for you, and just move on. In the relationship, y'all don't have to have this super tight bond ever again, but you do need to let that go.
I think you need to ask yourself what exactly you are upset about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you said your sister berated you and, you know, talked bad about you, but that's your sister. Has she done that to you before?
Mm-hmm.
And has
Well,
and have you forgiven her for that before in the past? You know what I'm saying? So now is it a situation where you just tired of it? Does she always treat you like trash? Or do you feel some type of way because you thought you were doing what you were supposed to do and you're trying to protect your sister, but she won't allow you to protect her and she won't believe you?
And I think also a reason why she might still be angry, I don't know how old you are now, but when this happened, you were 17, like she was a child. So sister was already married out the house. Like, I mean,
I understand that, but at 17, you use the term child very loosely.
except your brain's not fully developed.
Yeah, your brain is not fully developed, but yet and still, 18-year-olds go to war. 18-year-olds can vote for who's going to run this country. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't have it both ways. You can't have the privileges of being an adult or close to an adult, but then when things get tough, you want to say, "Oh, well, I was a child then."
Right.
But I don't think it's when it got tough.
No, I'm not saying in this situation. I'm just saying in general.
They were raised, according to what she's saying, they were raised to look out for each other. I don't know that.
And I said that.
Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the age difference. Mm-hmm. They were raised to look out for each other. She's 17. I'm assuming she's a high school student, right? So if I come to you because I'm appalled that I done walked in on my brother-in-law with somebody else, with some other chick with her legs up in the air, oh, I'm telling my sister. And for your response to be to attack me,
right? That was wrong.
And the horse you rode in on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I feel. That's just my personal opinion.
And I said,
and I understand that years have gone by. Maybe it is time to forgive. And I know y'all all said this. Maybe it is time to forgive. But like, okay, yeah, we're sisters. We have the same mother and father, but I don't have to be your friend.
And that's what I was saying. Like, you can forgive her. You can forgive her for how she made you feel and what she said to you, but you don't have to have that same sisterly bond with her, because I mean, we're humans. We forgive, but we rarely forget. So you just know where your sister lies in the audience of your life.
Right.
You know, but holding on to that anger is only doing you a disservice.
Right. That's a lot.
And your sister has already learned her lesson. She's divorced. She don't have to go through that. And all of that other stuff. And one thing you'll realize too, you were 17 then, but when you get older, it's a very slippery slope. Even if you see somebody cheating and you could take a picture of it, but when it comes to especially women in their relationships and you expose something like that, they either going to accept it or you're going to become the enemy.
Yep. And 9 out of 10, you are the enemy.
You got to be prepared for that.
Yep.
And in this instance, you became the enemy.
Yeah. And it's a shame that it's your sister, but I would have minded my business. I don't have a nickel in that dime.
I would have told my sister, but I would have been upset, but I just would have been like, you know what, from now on, you dating anybody else, they could be at mama's house getting it on the couch and I ain't saying a word.
So
that's right.
Find out.
That's another aspect. So even though like subconsciously she might be hurt because she thought she had a better relationship with her sister than she actually did.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
The nosy dude in me kind of wants to know how you caught your brother-in-law cheating. Like, I want to know, like, what was the situation?
She walked in on him.
But where? Like, where were they?
Maybe she went to the sister's house and
maybe like that would not. It doesn't matter, but it would tell me
maybe the sister and the boyfriend live with the parents and with the little sister.
Maybe, or maybe the sister had a key to the house and came in. You know, and that would speak to the relationship a little more for me.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just curious. That's all. How did you come about catching them?
Right. I definitely think you should forgive your sister and, you know, treat her accordingly. Keep her in her box because we know how she is now. And live your life. Move on.
Yeah.
You don't have to be super close.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just got to be cordial. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all. As long as she's respectful, you be respectful, and you ain't no been saying y'all gotta go out for drinks and all.
Right.
All right, y'all ready for the next one?
Let's get it.
Am I reading this one?
It's kind of long, Justin. You want me to do it?
Yeah, it's cool. I've read a book.
He said I read a book. I mean, it's up to you. If go ahead.
I'm good with it. Here we go. Dear 10-7. I accidentally got pregnant after a brief fling on vacation. Okay. Here we go. Already. All right.
Wait, for how do you act? I mean, I understand
That's what I'm like.
it may not be your intention.
She didn't mean to.
Right.
Right. You didn't mean it. Let's start with that. You didn't mean to get pregnant on this fling. But okay, here we go. He was a man from another country. We used protection and I was on birth control, but life finds a way. I went to the doc. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. You already know what it's going to go for. It's going to go left real quick. I went to the doctor thinking I had the flu, and while the flu and pregnancy, is that?
It's a long.
Yeah.
All right, because I ain't never been pregnant, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't hope you ever will not get pregnant.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, if he does, we're definitely going to make it in the Guinness Book, and we're probably going to get some money off of it.
Absolutely.
Now, your age.
Yeah, we got to talk about it on the show too. I went to the doctor thinking I had the flu, and while it was a shock, I was excited. I'm in my mid-30s, financially secure, and have always wanted to be a mother someday. I thought my family would be happy for me. All the congratulations are tinted with their questions and concerns. Either I am particularly promiscuous. Birth control is 99% effective if used properly. You know, do I need to read the parentheses?
No.
Or am I an idiot? I felt so alienated, I planned to cut my visit short when my sister made a crack about me using my lover as a sperm donor so I could skip the clinic fees.
That's so
She was drunk, but I was stone cold sober. I turned around and told her that at least I didn't get pregnant while unemployed and have to live off our parents for 5 years. Ooh,
Ouch.
Oh,
that was a good one.
I wonder how long they'll be not talking to each
I
other,
know.
Right. Sisters, we got a theme here.
right?
It was admittedly a low blow. It was, but it was a good one. But I was just so sick of the situation. My family was super supportive of my sister during that time. They all rallied around my youngest cousin when she got pregnant in college and refused to marry the guy. They are all liberal-leaning Democrats.
I don't know what that has to do with anything. But
Okay.
What's their politics got? Okay. I never thought they would act like this. The left. See, now you got me talking.
Right.
I left. The aftermath is my sister refuses to talk to me. My mother is very disappointed in me on all fronts, and any discussion with anyone else gets turned around on me. Our situations are nothing alike. It was awful for me to bring it up, and I don't really know what I'm getting into. While this isn't the white picket fence ideal, while this isn't the white picket fence ideal, my career is solid, my finances are secure, and I can afford to hire help. I am not an idiot. I am not in over my head. I am having a baby. Even my ex-boyfriend acted more excited for me than my own family. Help, please.
I think you answered your own question. You are in your mid-30s, which means you are all the way grown. You're not asking anybody to give you anything. You have a good career. Financially, you're solid. You probably own your own home. Ask them. Listen, you got a problem? There's the door. You don't need permission from your family to bring a child into this world. You're not asking them for anything.
Well,
So can I speculate a little?
Mm-hmm.
We're all speculating.
All right. So I'm going to speculate that you are the one that pretty much the family hung their hat on to be the successful one. And your sister is the screw up.
Yep.
So when your sister gets pregnant out of wedlock and has to live with the parent, nobody is surprised. You
Right.
think
They were prepared.
what else are they going to do?
Yep. You took my words right
What
out
else
of
are they
my
going to do? But
On
you,
your side for that.
our daughter that we hold up here,
Well, don't do that.
come home tainted.
Don't do that.
We are truly disappointed, and I think that even though like it makes you feel bad, I think they are just truly disappointed, and they don't know how to express that other than being mean and evil and making you feel like trash. And the sister,
That's not
she's
okay.
probably just living her best life right now because you finally did something wrong and people are mad at you.
Yep.
That's so foolish. That's so. I feel bad for her.
But what I can
So if you this situation that you're in, I mean, with your finances and all the money and all that, you ready? If you could do this, do it.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're gonna come around.
They're certainly going to come around because they're going to want to see their grandchild.
They're gonna come around.
So save the BS, mom and dad.
Because when they realize that, oh, she's just gonna go on and live her life because she's gotten to where she is and she can do that and she don't need us.
She even says she can afford to hire help.
Yeah.
So she don't need you, mom and dad.
So just go on about your business.
And congratulations. I hope the baby is healthy.
And the way that, not just the fact that you are pregnant, but the way that you got pregnant. Now they got to tell, your mom is going to tell all her girlfriends, all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So your mom is like, it's not a good look on me, even though it's not about her
at all.
Exactly.
But I think that's what's going on.
There's one particular thing in this letter that I actually skipped over in parentheses, but just in case anybody watching was wondering, what about the guy, right? And they say it was a fling. In the parentheses, when it says something about her being an idiot child or she's not an idiot child, it says, "What were you thinking? Not getting his contact info. You are having his child. A child needs a father." So just in case anybody was wondering, if she is able to get in touch with the father, doesn't sound like it.
No.
But I think that's important because that's an important piece, because I'm wondering if that's where the parents' anger stems from. Like, you're just going to have a whole baby out here and not let this guy, like, she had a hot girl summer and got pregnant. That's what it sounds like. And it can happen to
He was
anyone.
on vacation.
Right. So
It can happen to anyone.
So if that's her parents' hold up, then the guy has some responsibility in that also, because he could have offered up his contact information.
Right.
He could
Right.
have. But I bet you dollar to donuts, being that she said they use protection, I bet you dollar to donuts, he didn't know she was pregnant. He doesn't know she's pregnant.
Right.
She didn't anticipate getting pregnant. Nobody did. They used protection. They did the right thing. They used protection. Protection is not 100% effective. So
100%
Don't play the lottery. You don't get all that money you got.
what are you going to do?
Because
Right.
your luck is awful.
I mean, what are you going to do? And if she's in her mid-30s, and not for nothing, I know this sounds bad, but when you're in your mid-30s, they consider that advanced maternal age, which sucks and they shouldn't. But
So,
this is
you got
your
pregnant
baby. This is
using
your
a
flesh and blood.
condom and birth control.
It happens.
Yeah.
If you,
Woo, you for murder
I
out
know
here.
somebody who had 4 children on birth control. Okay, I'm just saying. So
And a condom every
I don't
time.
know why I wasn't there. In birth control, yeah. Is she okay?
Sorry.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I just say have it, and that baby will have plenty of love.
Yep.
And like
Grandparents will come
Oh,
around. The sister that walk out the side of her mouth, she'll come around.
Exactly. Because her baby and my baby, y'all, they gonna be cousins.
Exactly.
And we know how cousins be. So
that's right.
And did you see what time you just
yeah,
said?
She said she left the country before finding out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Assuming
so.
so, because
She thought she had a clue. Me personally, and Goose was my witness, I was 19 weeks pregnant before I found out I was pregnant. Imagine, I was 20 weeks pregnant before I found out I was pregnant.
Wow, that's a long time.
So yeah, so what she was going to hang around like, oh, just in case I'm pregnant, let me stay in this country. Come on.
Right. You don't
Get over it.
Most of the time you don't find out till about 8 weeks.
Yeah, you'll
And
that's your baby. Take care of that baby. Baby just fine.
yeah, I had a whole Anchorman moment. No, actually. But what I was going to say, yeah, just like Goose said, your parents will come around, especially your mom. Like once you start showing, baby get to move in, it'll be all, water under the bridge. But what I do want you to know, though, is that I know you're financially stable and all of that stuff, but single motherhood is no joke. I'm just going to tell you that. It's more than money. You know what I mean? It's a emotional sacrifice as well. So just be prepared for that piece of it. But other than that, your parents will come around. You know what I mean? Do what you. I would try to find the father. I would try.
How is she gonna do? Well, I mean, I guess she could contact the resort, maybe get a name, but
I don't know. I would at least give it some kind of effort because this kid is gonna grow up and want to know.
Like, mom and Dexter St. Jacques in Jamaica.
Well, it kind of reminds me of
but we don't know. She might have been on vacation in Florida, or she might have been to Hawaii. She might have still been in the States. It just
still been in the States. I was going to say, it reminds me of
he was from another country.
It reminds me of a situation where when I went to Jamaica a while back, there was a guest at the resort we were in who had a baby with a Jamaican local. So, you know, he would come back but he was a foreigner. You know what I mean? I guess somehow she got in touch with him. I don't know, but you know, he came to the resort, found her, they did the yibbity dibbity, and you know, she ended up pregnant. So he's got to come. He was from Belgium, but he got to come to Jamaica all the time to see his kid or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So maybe you can find out. Maybe contact the resort.
Yeah.
Good luck, though.
Nothing beats a favorite drop. Yes. Good luck. Hope you have a healthy baby.
That's the censored version.
You want me to read the last one, Justin?
Huh? Yep, you got it.
Okay. Dear 10-7, I got engaged a while back. In the midst of wedding planning, the question of who will walk me down the aisle has come up. My fiance despises my father. He witnessed the damage my dad has done to me. But I forgave Dad and feel neutral about his presence. My mom has begged actually, that I allow her and Dad to give me away since she didn't have either parent there for her wedding. I don't have an opinion on the subject. My mom, for sentimental reasons, does. But my future husband can't bear the sight of my dad. This is causing me so much anxiety. I have thought about calling the whole thing off on more than one occasion. If I oblige my mom, my fiance will be unhappy, to say the least. And if I oblige my fiance, I'll break my mom's heart. I can find no middle ground here and feel as if I lose on both sides. Any advice on how to proceed? Elope.
That's the easy way out, right? I would say, what do you want? Right. Don't worry about trying to make everybody happy on your day.
Right. Yeah.
Any man, like your fiance doesn't like the side of your father. Do you like the side of your father? Do you want him there? Every man knows that has been married knows that the day is about her.
It's about
both of you.
It's their day.
It's supposed to be about both of you, right? And you both go to planning, and I'm not saying like no, the women, but it's really, it's really about you get the storybook, you get the dress, and everybody stands up when you coming down the aisle and all like that. Nobody stood up when I came down that drum. Everybody was like, "Oh, we getting started." Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure people were standing. Weren't people standing?
No,
I don't know. The groom is already up there. He's up there with the official.
Exactly. I came in with the mothers in our situation. I came in with the mothers, and then everybody else came in, or everybody else came in first. I don't remember how it went, but it's really, for the guy, you want to make sure the wife is happy with the day.
But see, I think that's where we start marriage off wrong. You want to make sure both couples are happy for the day.
Yeah, but see,
the guy will tell you, like, as long as you're happy, I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I wanted to get married by Elvis in Vegas in hot pants, but Goose said no.
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm kind of glad y'all didn't do that. I didn't even know y'all didn't, but I'm glad y'all didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'm sure I would have enjoyed the temperature in Vegas versus the
but peep this. Y'all can still go ahead and do that if y'all wanted to.
Right. Oh, please invite us.
And I would look so much better in hot pants now than I would have 20 years ago.
I'll wear hot pants too. Like, we can have a whole hot pants wedding.
Oh, okay. Yes, we'll recreate the whole thing.
I'm not wearing hot pants.
Well, I don't want the dudes to wear hot pants.
Interesting.
But yeah, I agree. You know, if you know, it's about what you want. It's about what you guys went together. Like I was very concerned about that, just it being just a day for me. I was concerned about. I was very concerned about that because I didn't want to start it off like you just make me happy. I want to be happy. Me. It's about us. It was our day. You know,
right. But what you got to understand is, in the majority of cases, right? I'm just putting this out there. I didn't do the study or anything. The guy could go get married at the 7-Eleven while he picking up some Skittles for all he cares.
Yeah.
Right? We don't really give a damn about the ceremony. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really for y'all. Y'all get the dresses altered. You know what I'm saying? We tell our homies yo, I'm about to get married. All the homies, oh, snap, I knew you were going to
Wow.
tell your girls you get married. What's up? Oh, okay, you get married, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it ain't always like that.
Let me tell you. Sidebar. Before we got married, I ran into one of his friends in the Five Below, right? His friend was like, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you got my boy to settle down, man. I don't know what you did. Like, okay. I don't know what you did to my man. I don't know what you did. I mean, you would have thought that I put a spell on Justin. It's like, I don't know what you did. But even at the wedding, like everybody in his family was like,
"What the world?"
I never thought that he would get married. I didn't think he was going to get married. Everybody kept saying this. I'm like, what is going on here? Guys don't really, think that deep into it. But I mean, you should. You know what I mean? I made sure that it was colors in here that he liked and that I liked.
They just made it. They just made it. My color just made it. It almost didn't make it. We were able to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
It almost didn't make it in there.
Right.
My color was the best color of the whole thing.
But at the end of the day, you and your fiance, y'all need to discuss. But my thing is, and I agree with Tanya, what did the father do that your husband can't stand the sight of him? That's real deep.
Oh, mess the lady up.
Right. And maybe she's still dealing psychologically. And he has to.
She's forgiving her dad.
Yeah, so whatever he did it when she was a child.
So this is also the thing with like for the husband. I mean, I get it if the dad did some rotten stuff to your girl who's soon to be your wife and you want to kick his ass, and I get all that. But after you get married, that's still gonna be your wife's father.
Yep.
And if she mess with him, it's gonna be times when you're gonna see him. So you might as well start getting your mind right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
To deal with it.
Yep.
Forgiveness.
Guess what? If he's that much of a pistol and a pain, he probably gonna live for a long time.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. He's gonna be 105. So get to be a thorn in your side.
So if your wife is not on the forget my dad page, you might as well be on the come on, let's go see your dad.
Yep. Just deal with it. Yeah,
so
we got a comment here from Tanya.
I'll put that up there. Right.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
Tanya said, I think the relationship is between her and her dad. It should be about how she wants to move forward with the positive relationship, and her dad and her husband should not stifle that.
I agree. Because she could be trying to bury the head. You know what I mean?
Like I said, right now you like, yo, when I see your pop on site, you dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But first of all, your wife is not going to want you to kick her dad's ass. Let's start with that.
She would have told you already if she does.
Exactly. So you might as well, like I said, just learn to just be cordial.
Right.
As long as he's not disrespectful, you don't be disrespectful, and then we just going through life like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he gonna end up popping her dad in the jaw one day.
It's
gonna happen.
Some words is gonna be exchanged. If he feels that strong that he can't stand the sight of him, something gonna happen at Christmas or Thanksgiving. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But and he might even, maybe he might even, do like a man-to-man thing with her dad.
Right.
Because the dad could be all trying to be chummy with him, and the bull like, nah. She forgets.
There might be
I'm still working on it.
Ghost a lot, not be around.
Yep.
Right.
Like I know how to be fake chummy, but he may not know how to be fake chummy.
You know how to be fake chummy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yikes. Right.
You do. I think you do it.
Ready to move
All right,
on?
so let's go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Tara.
Okay. So y'all all know that I'm like obsessed with Reddit. Anyway, so I found this article.
Reddit.
Reddit. Yeah, but actually this was a TikTok video. So this woman, her date accidentally sent her a red flag intended for his friend. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is good.
This TikTok video went viral after this woman shared the text, and this happened last Sunday. It's had so far 3.9 million views. The woman's name is Molly, and she made the post, and she said she was on her way to a first date when she received a text message that read, "Waiting on this CUNT." That's what the text read. "I took a pinch of confidence." So quickly after sending this, the guy responds and was like, "Oh my God, I was joking with my buddy. I'm just going to leave," with the face palm emoji. Okay. So then in a follow-up video, she was like, "Wait," she says to him, "Am I the CUNT?" And then he says, "I don't really think that at all. I just joke too much," he replied. He said, I say stuff just to say it. And I would completely understand if this is over."
Well, I'm glad you understand because it's about to be over.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, red flags all over the place. I mean, we've never even met face to face, and already I'm gonna see you next Tuesday. Really? Okay. So her reply was, "I'm not comfortable meeting with anyone that thinks that that's okay. Good for you."
Mm-hmm.
She said to call a woman that, even as a joke, red flag. So in a follow-up video, she explains that she got the initial text when she was sitting in the parking lot getting ready to go inside. And at first she was confused and then realized that he was actually referring to her. So she drove away. After this all happened, their interaction, she said she stopped replying to him. I guess he felt bad. He kept reaching out, "Let's try to hook up. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah," whatever, trying to make up to her. And she just never responded to him. So anyway, learn lesson for him and other fellas. Don't call a woman a "see you today" unless you've actually met her face to face and she is a "see you next Tuesday." So
I applaud her because a lot of times as women, we ignore the red flags.
So would it have been the same reaction? He said, "I'm waiting for this bitch to show up."
Why would you call her that either?
Either way. Yeah,
Either way.
I would have the same reaction.
You text your homie like, "Yeah, I'm waiting for this." Even if he said chick, I'm not offended by that. Just anything. Why she got to be a derogatory term?
I mean, it's so you guys already said it's a red flag, but it's a derogatory term. But some people use derogatory terms quite frequently.
Well, then you should make sure you're texting the right person when you're using derogatory
And it gives
terms.
me insight into how you think and what type of person you are. That's the type of language you use.
Yeah.
And if you don't even know me like that, and I'm the B word, the C word, and whatever else word, even you said I'm about to meet this girl, you know what I mean? But you already writing me off, you know what I mean? Nah, I would have drove up too, and I would have, but Blockiana, okay? Block.
Yep, all over the place. Justin, do you have a thought?
See, yeah, I do. Like that word has never really been a part of my vocabulary, right? So I knew it was not something. I knew that it was derogatory to call somebody that. That's how I knew it. Kind of like racial slurs that you may not have grown up hearing. Should she have left? Yeah, probably. I mean,
absolutely.
But I'm trying to think like what Goose was saying. Other things like Tara said, if he had said chick, she probably would have been out. I'm thinking about I say chick all the time.
No. I said I would not have been out.
Be bothered by chick.
Oh, you would not have been out. Okay.
Chick
is different. It doesn't imply that, you know what I mean? We already know. I just feel like you just let me know off the top that all you trying to do is really hit the skins.
First of all, let's start with that. I'm joking.
Oh,
The fight.
So because somebody
I'm saying,
you
listen.
get to call me,
Listen, I know firsthand. Make sure you are sending text messages to the right place.
Absolutely.
That's
Because
exactly
I once in the group chat at work that everybody is on one day.
Oh Lord, what you do?
I said in the group, I thought I was talking to one person. I accidentally put in the group chat. I said,
Oh
look,
Lord.
look, you might want to take over for a minute. I gotta go take a dookie. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Wait, on your reply, oh,
Dookie, how old are you?
I hit enter and I was like, wait a minute.
Dookie.
I said I put dookie in. Yeah, I said that.
You couldn't do a little shit emoji.
I responded. I was just like, sorry, y'all. Like I couldn't even like delete it, and I was just like,
Nature calls. What you gonna do?
Okay, right. But you definitely in
Yo.
this case you always want to
everybody talked about you when they got home. That
Hell
night.
yeah. Everybody's
Everybody.
brothers.
They probably was like,
Everybody.
"What's this for?"
Yes. Screenshots were taken.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We had the BGs at work.
also make sure you are on mute because I have a coworker that was on the
Oh,
bridge
that
call
was
with
fun.
everybody on the call.
And I was there. Wasn't I there?
No, I told you.
Oh,
About
you
it.
told me about it.
And he goes and I guess he didn't realize he wasn't muted, and he goes to tell his lady what he's going to be doing to her later on that night.
And everybody heard
And
it.
everybody heard it.
And it was nasty
And there was some nasty stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Hindquarters were involved.
Okay.
Hindquarters.
Okay.
Hindquarters.
Lips to private.
Yum,
Okay.
yum, 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 yum.
Yes.
So gross.
Lips to private. Okay.
Mm-mm. Yes. Yeah. You see what time you said I hate that word. Oh my god. Chick first doo doo.
Yeah, I didn't say dude. I would probably been a little bit better if I said Dookie. At least I didn't say I had to take a you know what. But.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious.
I think I might have saw what you're talking about because I remember, was it recorded or something and you showed it to me?
No, I told you about it.
And was it Zoom?
Because I could have sworn, yeah, he was like,
No,
you
it
can
was-
hear him.
That's
Like,
a very animated description.
This was before the pandemic, so I was in the office. And
Oh, all right,
I
okay.
think I might have called her and told her about it that night.
he was like, I'm gonna, you know.
I'm gonna put my tongue.
Yes, it was extremely descriptive.
Whoa! What else are you gonna do to her?
Wow. Somebody getting their salad today.
Sniff and get all the nutrients out. You'll be all right.
Oh my God.
Sniff
You
and
know
get
what?
the
Then the
nutrients.
coplins will go straight to your brain. Boom.
Yeah. And there you go.
Like, here you go with this coplin.
I'm always talking about the couples, ain't she?
Coplins is witchcraft.
I know how to stir groups up. Oh, that's funny.
I only put that comment in there because I'm big on grammar and I can understand what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And she was an English major, so she probably appreciates that.
She's in grammar too. I get it. All right,
And
so
I know she's big on grammar too, so I put that in there for her, so
Yeah.
everybody knows.
all right, so what's the next one, Tara?
Oh, the next one is okay. So this was the one I found on Reddit, which I thought was hilarious, and then I'm gonna stop talking for the night. Okay, so the question that we're addressing to you and the audience: was this guy wrong? Okay.
Mhm.
He starts his story by saying, I'm not really a photographer. I'm a dog groomer. I take lots of photos of dogs all day and put them on Facebook and Instagram. It's my thing. So for every cut, you get a photo. So everybody that brings their puppy, they get a cut and get a photo to go give to the pet parents. So he said, I very seldom shoot other things than dogs, even if I have a nice setup. So a friend of his was getting married and they were on a shoestring budget. So to save money, his friend came to him and was like, will you agree to do the photo shoot at my wedding and reception? I can pay you $250 for your time. Now, this was going to be a 10-hour event. Okay. So
That don't sound shoestring to me.
200. Yeah, no, seriously.
Right, you paid for a 10-hour event.
$250
They got open bar?
for 10 hours. Oh, wait, it gets better. Open bar. Oh, nay. So on the day, He said, I'm driving around, following the bride as she goes from appointment to appointment before the ceremony, taking photos all along. He shoots the ceremony itself. And during the reception, he's shooting speeches. He's shooting people mingling. So he started around 11 a.m. and was due to finish around 7:30 p.m. Around 5 o'clock, food is being served. And he's told he cannot stop to eat because he needed to be the photographer. In fact, they went on to tell him that they didn't save a spot at any table. He said, I'm getting tired and at this point kind of regretting doing this for next to nothing. Oh, yeah. So it's also unbelievably hot. The venue is in an old Veterans Legion and it's like 110 degrees inside this Legion and there's no AC. Why would you pick that for your wedding venue? Whatever.
He on a shoestring budget.
Right. Okay. So he says, I told the groom, now this is where you messed up, sir. I told the groom I need to take a 20-minute break to get something to eat and to drink. That's where you messed up. Instead of telling him, like, you should just did. You had enough pictures. So he says, there's no open bar or anything, and I can't even get water, and my 2 water bottles are long empty. The groom tells me I need to either be the photographer or leave without pay. He's already shot all these photos. So with that, he's overheated, he's hungry, and he's generally annoyed at the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I asked if he was sure, and he said yes. So power to him, he says, I decided to delete all of the photos I took in front of him and took off saying, I'm not his photographer anymore. If I was paid $250 at this point, he said, okay, I would have paid $250 just for a glass of water and somewhere to sit for 5 minutes. Good for him. So the bride and groom go on their honeymoon and they've been off social media, but a lot of people have been posting on their wall about photos and the 2 of them have had 0 responses because they don't have any photos.
No. You know what? I'm going to change my answer because we talked about this earlier. And I agree with the photographer because you worked from 11 to 7. That's a whole shift. Legally, you're supposed to get a break.
Yeah.
By law, you got to, if this was any other job, you would be able to get a break. You would be able to have some lunch.
Absolutely.
Like, how do you think he could pay you next to nothing, not let you eat or drink?
Yep.
And like that's basically he had you in a sweatshop.
Everybody knows when you have an event, whether it's a wedding, a birthday party, whatever,
Right.
You feed the DJ, you feed the photographer. You feed even people that are serving get a chance to eat in the back. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I agree with the photographer.
So
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have deleted the pictures.
You would have held them hostage.
Yeah, because this is the thing.
Because now you're gonna pay me.
So now I know if I was the groom and I know you deleted the pictures, oh well, out of sight, out of mind. It's messed up, but I could want something that I can't have because it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But to want something that you can have because it does exist is much more painful, I think.
Yeah. And I didn't even think about that. You're right. But I think he probably did it in the heat of the moment. Like, okay, you sure?
I was probably pissed.
I'm just gonna go ahead and delete.
So what I would have did was I'd have been like, listen here, man. I'm not giving you your pictures, and I'm about to go in that kitchen and I'm gonna make me something to eat. And I'm gonna get me something to drink. Because guess what? Now I'm running the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drink.
Yep.
And I don't care what you say.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, they were totally wrong.
Like, what you gonna do?
And
You gonna cause a scene at your wedding?
And that's what I'm saying. He should, instead of telling him, he should have just went and done it. Like, I'm not gonna work all these hours and it's 110 degrees. I'm about to pass out. You could at least get a cup of water.
Meanwhile, what do you mean he's the photographer? Yeah, you wanted him to walk around while people are eating, chewing, shoving food in their mouths, taking pictures the whole entire time?
Yeah.
You sound like a jackass.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking my mind. I agree with all of y'all, and I'm also thinking about Goose said, keep those pictures. Now you have something to add to your portfolio. Now you can get hired by somebody else. You hold on to it.
Like I do weddings too.
Yeah.
Exactly. I take a picture of your dog in your wedding. Like
I would sell his stuff for advertisement if any of it was good enough, and he not get a penny.
Yeah.
Piss him off.
Yes.
Right.
Stick to the highest level of festivity.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Because guess what? I'm the photographer.
Yep.
This is my property.
Yep.
Even though it's your image, I own it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they were friends or whatever, so I guess there was no.
People need to learn to use the word friend correctly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess there was no contract or whatever. Maybe there's verbal contract. I don't know, but in the contract it's usually stated, I get this. I'll get a plate. I get food. I get fed or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And in return, I mean, like the photographers usually wear a tuxedo or a suit or something like that.
Yeah. So they blend in and they look a part of the event.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. So, that's all I had,
That was
Justin.
awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So we are actually over an hour in. Guys, if you have an opinion on this letter, on this photographer, who was right, the groom or the photographer, let us know in the chat. And now we're going to go ahead to our final twist.
And before we do that, I'll read this last comment from Tanya.
Okay.
I made sure all the vendors at my wedding ate and were comfortable. I wanted them to enjoy their work and give me my good product. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta keep your workers happy. Your employees happy.
Right.
They're employed by you for that.
So some people, common sense is not common,
Exactly.
and everybody wasn't raised the same.
Right. While we're getting ready for the final twist, I want everybody, I want to thank everybody first and foremost for checking us out. But hit that thumbs up button too. If you're checking us out on YouTube, Facebook, whatever the case may be, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. It helps us out, and we're gonna bring you even better content. The more we can spend more time. The more we can spend time on this, we're gonna make this happen. So,
yeah. And invite your friends. If you are watching us in the 10-7 group, share, invite your friends. Anybody in the 10-7 group, please go over to YouTube. We have almost 1,000 people in the group. We should have almost 1,000 followers on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So please go on over, send your friends over to
Because the shenanigans are every Sunday.
Yeah.
and just come on over, hit like, and share our videos.
Yeah.
So who's gonna go first with their final thought? I actually have one.
Well, I'll go first.
What? Okay. Goose is gonna go first.
My final thought is real simple, and it's kind of piggyback to the last segment that we did. Have the wedding you can afford.
Right.
It's just that simple.
Yep.
And if you can't afford the wedding you want, don't get married till you have the money to afford that wedding. Whether that means being engaged for 2 years before you get married, if that's what the wedding you want takes, that's what you do. Because I know when we got married, our wedding cost a couple dollars, but we were able to walk away from our wedding with no debt from our wedding.
Absolutely. Same here.
That's the way to do it.
Isn't that how we did it, babe?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now, like in the last story that we were discussing, these people got married and they had pretty much no evidence of it besides their license.
I'm sure some other people took.
You know what I'm saying? Or
pictures on their
people
phone.
set cell phone pictures
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
I hope somebody had a good camera.
quasi professional
Mhm.
pictures.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't need that to get married. Some people get married, but if that's what I'm saying is, if you want all the bells and whistles, be prepared to pay for all the bells and whistles.
And it could take time.
Exactly. You get what you pay for.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm anxious to hear Tyra's final twist.
Okay. I'm gonna go this far because I'm prepared. All right. All right. The final result of too much routine is death in life.
Death in life.
In life.
Oh, yeah.
Or death of life.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
too much routine. And I've learned that during the pandemic. It has taught me a lot. I mean, because before the pandemic, I was like busy. It felt like my life was going nonstop. And I really wasn't really enjoying myself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I wasn't really taking the time to enjoy myself and just taking a break and that self-care. What you said last week, Goose, about that self-care, I've been really thinking about that all week long. So, and that was one of the things I have been, like I need for my life to slow down, and boom, Corona hit, and it slowed all the way down.
Yeah.
Right? It came to a screeching halt, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm really not bothered by being home that much, honestly. But yeah.
My home life good.
Busyness doesn't mean that you're actually accomplishing something.
Sure, keep all my shit.
So that's my final thought.
Okay.
Final twist.
Terry, you want to go or you want me to go?
Yeah, I can go. So anybody who's my friend on Facebook will understand this, what I'm going to say. And no offense to anyone. If you're offended, I don't care. You shouldn't worry about what I am doing. You should worry about why you're worried about what I am doing.
I agree with that.
All right. Oh, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Once again, my final twist is coming from, I'm quoting another great person. This person said, if you're a guy and you want a pretty nurse, you got to be patient. There you go. What?
Somebody always got to end it on. It's either you or Tara.
It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me.
Me and you argue on the show, and you and Tara with these final twists.
That's funny.
Wasn't me this time. Good one, Justin. I like it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, let's see. Oh, I thought somebody was
Justin
coming in.
Is crazy. I'm telling y'all, he needs to be a comedian.
It took people a minute, probably a couple. Anyway, we appreciate y'all for checking out the show. Make sure you check us out every Sunday night right here on the New Twist Radio YouTube channel. And of course, share this with your friends. Watch it again if you missed some parts of it. If you didn't miss any of it, watch it again just because. And, subscribe to the channel. Go join the Facebook group, the 10-7 Facebook group. And I probably forgot some stuff, but go back and listen to some other episodes and it'll be all there, that anything I forgot.
Yeah.
Listen,
all right.
Y'all should go on there and see how we grew. Go all the way back and listen to the very first episode that's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to that. And then skip, if you want, skip around and watch how we grew.
And realize he said listen to it because when we first started, there was no video.
No. The pandemic, we had to pivot, and it's worked out really good. So
absolutely. Well, for Tara, Goose, and myself, we appreciate y'all for joining us on this week's episode of the 10-7 show. We will catch y'all next week right here, same time, same place, and all that good stuff.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Be safe.